All right, YouTubers, this is my very first YouTube post, and I'm doing this to hopefully save people a bunch of money in the future. This is a 2013 Ford Flex SEL with what appears to be the very well-known door ajar issue. This is my wife's car. We picked it up about 4 months ago, and this became a problem, particularly when the weather got really cold here in the Midwest. So I'm doing this to hopefully save some people some money in the future. It was a fix that cost me about $8 and seems to work just as fine as the dealership to replace the thing to the tune of $300 or $400, or just the module itself, which is about $150 or $160 that will indeed go bad in the future anyway. So here's what I wound up doing. So this is the driver's side front door, the left side front door, and the two wires that are going to be needed to adjust here are the bottom two of this switch. There's this black wire here. This is a ground. This is tied directly to the ground somewhere in the car. I did verify that with an ohm meter. This is the green and violet wire that is from the switch out to what's called the BCM, the body control module. And when that gets a 0 volt or a ground sent to it, that tells the door that it's closed. So what we're going to do is we're going to bypass the switch that's inside the module, which is located in this guy here, and we are going to put a good old-fashioned alarm magnetic reed switch, which you see here. This is an extra one that I have. I got a 3-pack on Amazon for about $6 or $8, and here's the magnet. So what I wound up doing was I cut the green and the violet wire. This is not going to be needed, the side that is attached to the switch, and that is now down here attached to, sorry, it's kind of hard to tell, that is coming out of the wiring harness. So you have to pull back some of that black tape to get the wires exposed. So what I wound up doing was I tied into that with this green wire here. It can be any color you want. I just use that because I sacrificed an old extension cord. And that goes down to here to one of these two wires that gets lost in this mess here, but the green wire goes right into one of these wires here that goes to this sensor that I just showed you, and this is on the bottom side of the interior door panel. And then the other wire that's going to come out of this magnetic sensor is connected to the white wire. Now this white wire that I ran up is going to connect right here, and what you want to do is cut the black wire. So this black wire was connected directly to this black wire right here. Just cut it right, you know, or give yourself an inch and a half or so to peel some insulation back, and then either crimp or solder. I prefer solder and shrink wrap if you can do it. If not, these crimp connectors seem to be working fine. You can crimp it there and then tie the other side of the sensor in line, or in parallel, I guess I should say, with this other black wire, and you're going to have the two wires on one side and the black wire on that side. And basically all you're doing is you're tapping the white wire here into the ground of the car, and that is what you need to get the ground signal to the body control module. So what will happen is when you shut the door, which I will show you here in a second. Right now, as you can tell, my door is completely wide open, and it is registering that. If I pass the magnet in front of the sensor, my door light goes off and it thinks the door is closed. Open, closed. So all we're doing is passing that magnet in front of the sensor to get it to think that the door is closed. And what I wound up doing was I did not use the magnet that came with it because it was kind of weak and you have to get really close. So this is the trim piece on the bottom side of the door, and right in there, kind of looks like a quarter. That is I believe it was a 12-pound pull rare earth magnet that I got at a store in Milwaukee for about $5, and I just taped that to the underside of the trim piece, and I got that right in here. And you don't even know it's under there, you can't see it. And then on the bottom side of, obviously, my door trim panel here, I've got the sensor. So it's kind of hard to tell because this door panel is actually on its side, but what you're looking at here is the bottom side. So I will put this back together and come back to you and show you how it works with everything put back together. Okay, I'm back. Here we are with the car put back together. As you can see, the panel is back on, and that white magnetic switch I was telling you about, it's called a reed switch, is right there, that white dot. So that is the guy that we're going to close with the magnet that I showed you earlier, and that magnet is right underneath this trim piece. This just pulls right up, and it's somewhere in this vicinity here. And so now, as you can see, I'm going to get into the car, and the door is open, and when we close it, we have door closed, door open, door closed. And it being the magnet being an encapsulated unit, there should be no rusting of the contacts, which is what I understand happens with the original design switch. Even if you replace the module, from what I'm told, it's probably going to happen again in the future. So I know some people have talked about the just grounding that green and violet wire straight to ground so it thinks the door is closed all the time. But the advantage to doing it this way is that it acts normal, and as you can see, my console is on and the car is off, and when I open the door, it shuts everything off as it should, and you don't have to wait that 6 or 8 minutes for the lights to turn off. So hope this helped you guys and save you some money in the future. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.